Week 1 of the NFL is finally here, so we are getting in our futures bets. Who would you put money on to win Rookie of the Year? Right now, 2 Steelers are the top favorites, or some of the top favorites, I should say, including Kenny Pickett and wide receiver George Pickens. Taking a look at the odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, Kenny Pickett is the betting favorite at plus 900, followed by 4th-round pick out of Florida running back Dameon Pierce, 10-1 odds. Breece Hall, 12-1 odds. George Pickens, 10-1 odds as well. Let's welcome in NFL expert member of the Pick Six podcast, John Breech, who got the memo on the color coordination today. Futures picks here, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Who do you like?
Well, you know what, Amanda? We just looked at the list. I don't like Kenny Pickett because I don't think he's going to start yet. Obviously, Mitchell Trubisky just named a captain today, and you don't name a guy captain unless he's your starter because that'd be a little weird to put him on the bench. You know who I do like, though? I like Romeo Doubs. He is down there on the list, 14-1 plus 1,400. He's been wowing people in training camp. Obviously, he was not the first receiver the Packers selected because that was Christian Watson. But it looks like Doubs just has better chemistry with Aaron Rodgers. And I think an important thing to keep in mind with the Packers is that Aaron Rodgers targeted Devontae Adams 169 times last year. Well, guess what? With Adams off the roster, those 169 targets have to go somewhere else. And I think a lot of them are going to end up going to Doubs. He did have a little bit of issues with drops in training camp. But you know what? We had that same conversation about Jamar Chase last year with those drops in training camp, and everything seemed to work out all right for him. So I like Doubs for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
A little bit of a longer shot there. Let's talk about Defensive Rookie of the Year. Favorites are Aiden Hutchinson in this order: Kayvon Thibodeau, Trayvon Walker, Kyle Hamilton. Again, you're going with a little bit of a longer shot here, but I don't think it's going to be very surprising.
Yeah, this award's interesting because it seems a lot more wide open, but I'm going to go with the dark horse, and that is Sauce Gardner. Now, I'm not just picking him because I like his name. If you're a cornerback and you're going to win this award, one thing you're going to have to do is rack up a few interceptions. And I think that Gardner is in a great situation to do that. You look at the division he plays in. The quarterbacks in the AFC East love to throw interceptions. Josh Allen tied for 3rd in the league with interceptions last year. Mac Jones threw 13. Tua threw 10 interceptions. He only played in 13 games. And then you look at the rest of the Jets' schedule. They play the Bengals. Yes, it's a tough matchup with Jamar Chase, but Joe Burrow is a risk-taking quarterback who threw 14 interceptions last year. The Jets play the Jags. That's Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence led the league in interceptions. So I think Sauce Gardner is going to get a lot of opportunities to rack up the interceptions, and that's why I think he has a good shot and is my pick to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I was trying to make sure I know. I had seen something about how he wanted to earn the name, re-earn the name being called Sauce there at training camp, but I think he's definitely done that there. Future picks here. Let's look at win totals. You actually have 3 of them. You're looking at the Chargers, the Vikings, and the Cardinals. So what's your pick for each of them?
Yeah, with the Chargers, I am going with over 10. Look, I know they only won 9 games last year, but a reason they only won 9 games is because their run defense was so bad, and people forgot that because you just kind of stare at the offensive fireworks, and Brandon Staley going for it on 4th down all the time. But I think this bad rush defense personally offended Staley because he went out and he built up that defense. We're not just talking getting Khalil Mack, getting J.C. Jackson. I'm talking about fortifying the defensive line with guys like Austin Johnson and Sebastian Joseph Day. So I think the Chargers defense is going to be much improved. I think they are going to win the AFC West, and I think they're going to win 11 or 12 games and easily hit the over. The Vikings, we are also going over here. Look, this team was good, and they were on the cusp of being great last year. Those 9 losses, 8 of them were by 1 score. When you lose that many games by 1 score, it really feels like a coaching issue. The reports this offseason that Mike Zimmer and Kirk Cousins basically hated each other. That is not the kind of chemistry you want between your quarterback and your head coach. So I think the Vikings are going to be rejuvenated this season. I think they're going to win 10, possibly 11 games and hit that over easy. And then we have the Arizona Cardinals. I hate to say it, Cardinals fans, but I see a full implosion coming. I mean, this drama's been building all offseason. Kyler Murray deleting them off his Instagram in February. Then we saw the homework clause in his $230 million contract. He's not going to have DeAndre Hopkins the first 6 weeks of the season. And they open up the year with the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Rams. Those are 3 very losable games. And I think if they start 0-3, that the wheels are going to quickly fall off the wagon. The team's going to implode. And so I like the under with Arizona.
And a tough schedule, a full implosion. John Breech is calling it that first game against the Chiefs. By the way, you can see it on CBS on Sunday. I can't believe we made it to this actual Sunday here. All right, finally some Super Bowl plays. We're doing 2 plays for one team, and it's all about Russell Wilson and the Broncos.
It is all about Russell Wilson and the Broncos. Look, they are absolutely related here. The first one is betting on the Super Bowl winning team to come from the AFC West. When we looked at last season, most people agreed that the NFC West was the best division. If you made that same bet last year betting on the NFC West, you won it because the Rams won it. And this year, it feels like the AFC West is absolutely, no debate, the best division in football. So you make this bet. You get the Chiefs, you get the Broncos, you get the Chargers, you get the Raiders. All 4 teams are Super Bowl contenders. All 4 of them could potentially win it. And so at plus 350, you have to love those odds. But there are odds you have to love more, and that is Russell Wilson and the Broncos at 16-1 plus 1,600. You're giving me that with Russell Wilson? Have people ever seen? If you give Russell Wilson decent receivers, a solid defense, and a great run game, you know what he does? He gets to the Super Bowl. That's all he does. So I love Russell Wilson, totally revamping, rebuilding this Broncos organization, getting them to the Super Bowl, and winning the first one since Peyton Manning was there in 2015. So I think that Russell is going to cook, and Broncos country, let's ride.
Hey, you got me hyped enough. I feel like I just listened to a halftime speech there. I'm ready to go. I'm all in now on the Broncos because of you. John Breech, thank you so much for joining us here. Let's take a look at some of his picks and go back over them there. Nope, we're just going to talk about the football pick'em. Start a pool and compete for $100,000. You can play right now. Go to cbssports.com/football.
Let's get some.
So I'm going to go with the.
Excuse me? Let's get some early edge picks for today's baseball slate. Cardinals hosting the Nationals. You know, Albert Pujols is now just 5 homers away from 700, but probably not going to get the start today because the Nats are throwing righty Anibal Sanchez. Allie O'Neill with a pick.
Okay, so I'm going to go with the Cardinals on the run line at minus 125. Jack Flaherty is coming back. It has been a couple months since he pitched, but the main reason I'm kind of taking this is to fade Anibal Sanchez. I will admit he has been pretty good in his last couple starts, but earlier this season against the Cardinals, he gave up 6 earned runs in 5 innings. And the Cardinals, they've won and covered the run line in 4 straight, so I really do think that they'll get it done. I know the Nats are just coming off a pretty good series against the Mets, but they haven't won more 3 in a row, except for one time in the second half of this season. So I think I'll go with the Cardinals on the run line.
In other picks, Larry Hartstein likes the Angels' first 5 at home against the Tigers. And the coach, attaboy, going to the football game tonight. Clemson over 37 is the pick from Jonathan Coachman. Early Edge podcast hosted by the coach, available every morning by 11 a.m. Eastern. You can watch it live as well on a bunch of different apps.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.